I have been using this blaze farm so much between episodes, and it is actually working very well now. As you can see, I did move this killing chamber up a little bit so that I am actually loading in that spawner now when I'm standing here killing the blaze. But I've been here at the Nether Fortress killing blaze for a little while now, and I have gotten a ton of blaze rods here. That is actually going to fill up my inventory. But anyway, as you saw in my inventory there, I do have 4 wither skeleton skulls from going around killing wither skeletons in this Nether Fortress while I was also getting blaze rods. And so with those, obviously we will be able to get another beacon, but I have another 9 wither skeleton skulls back at the base, which means that we can get a total of 4 new beacons by the end of this episode. You can also see here that I did slab up a large portion of this Nether Fortress, and that is to try and improve the rates of spawning for the wither skeletons as well as the blaze. And it also prevents them from spawning outside of the fortress, so all of them will always spawn inside the fortress, which is super nice. But today we are going to be working on a transportation system for the Nether, actually, because it is quite a trek to get from this Nether fortress back to the base and vice versa. And I just really want a much more efficient and better way of handling that travel. So obviously I'm going to try and set up a Nether tunnel system down here in the Nether, and I also want to get the Nether tunnel system up on top of the Nether there figured out as well. But I do need to make a quick little pit stop back at the base because that's where all of the materials are for this Nether tunnel build. Okay, so all of the shulker boxes we are going to need are these 4 right here, and that should hopefully be it. And then I can go into the Nether here and show you my design for these Nether tunnels. So this is my design for the Nether tunnels. I think it looks pretty good, especially from the inside here. And this will be carried all the way down that way. I'm not sure how many blocks that way it needs to go yet, but then it needs to go that way because the Nether Fortress is over there. And again, I don't know how many blocks it needs to go that way either, but I'll figure out all of that before I start building this up, of course. First off, we have this pathway here that you can take and just walk along if you want to. And then over here, we have some ice here, which is going to be for using boats to travel, because you can go super fast with boats on ice. And then over here, we have some blocks that are not ice with some fences on here so that you can push the boat up against this side to kind of slow it down as you approach your destination. And then I also used the spruce and mangrove wood, which is pretty much everywhere in our base, so it helps tie in with that as well. And then I used the deep slate bricks here because I think they look good. But yeah, I think this Nether tunnel design looks really good, and hopefully you guys agree with that, because this is the design I'm going to have throughout this entire Nether area. But yeah, I'm gonna get working on building this up. It's gonna take a really long time, and I'll probably do this in the form of a time lapse for you guys. So let's get this started. This section of the Nether tunnel is now done, and it took a little bit longer to do this one than I was initially anticipating it to. So yeah. Oh, whoops. Oopsies. But anyway, I just want to briefly mention, if you guys are enjoying the video, then please make sure to hit that like button down there. It really helps out the channel a lot. And while you're down there, make sure to hit that subscribe button with notifications turned on. Not only does that help out the channel, but it ensures that you will get notified every single time I post a video. And of course, commenting and sharing this video will also help out a ton. So as you guys saw there, this is actually very fast, much faster. Honestly, I think it's faster than flying. I'm not 100% positive about that, but it is quite fast. Unfortunately, we do sometimes get mobs spawning on here, which I don't really like, but it is what it is. There really isn't anything I can do about it. But it is rather fast. I am very happy with how this part of the tunnel has turned out, but unfortunately we do have an entire section of the tunnel that is twice as long as this section is. Yeah. This section here is about 300 blocks long, and this next section over here is going to be about 700 blocks long, so it's going to be more than twice as long as this section is, so that is going to be a little bit unfortunate. Also, this is how I'm handling the junction here, so this will continue off that way when I expand it in the future, which I'm not sure when that's going to happen. And then this just goes underneath it, and we can expand off that way if we need to. But today we're going to be expanding off this way because that's where the Nether fortress is. And then I also want to color coordinate the junctions that we have in this Nether tunnel system here. I'm not sure what color I'm going to make this junction. I have a lot of work left to do though, because I have to dig this out. So now it's time to get back into the time lapse. This Nether tunnel is finally done, and I am so happy about that. This section of the tunnel took a very long time to build. I'm very happy that it's done now, and surprisingly enough, I actually did not have too much trouble with ghasts. I thought there would be a huge problem, especially in this section here, which is very open, but yeah, I really only ended up having 2 ghasts shoot at me, and neither of them did any serious damage before I was able to take them out, so I am very happy about that. But despite this build going relatively smoothly, I'm still very happy that it's done now, and it does give us very quick access to that Nether fortress. But anyway, we are done with this Nether tunnel, and now it's time to move on to the other Nether tunnel that we're going to get done today, which is going to be on the roof of the Nether, so we need to go over there really quick. And so my plan for this Nether tunnel is to not really make a tunnel. It's more going to be a pathway that I can see on the roof of the Nether here as I'm flying over it, because I would prefer to fly up here since there really isn't too much danger. So I am going to build up a small section of this pathway here with you guys on camera. So this is what it is going to look like underneath the carpet. We are going to put some carpet on top of this, like so. Now another little detail I want to add to these pathways is I want to add little arrows like this. And I want these arrows to always be pointing towards this Froglight farm, because this is kind of the main part of the area up here on top of the Nether. So that's the general idea of these pathways. I will have them color coordinated, so this main pathway here is going to be purple, and then the offshoot up here, which is going to end up happening here, it'll curve this way and go over towards this portal. This offshoot here is going to be cyan, and this portal here takes us to the end portal. And then I also want to have a pathway going off this way, which is where our ghast farm is. that we built up in the last episode. So that's the plan for up here, and now all I really have to do is put in these pathways here. So I'm gonna do that really quick. It shouldn't take too long, hopefully. It should definitely be faster than the pathways down there. So I'll just do all of this off camera and then show you guys the final results. These nether pathways are now all finished, and I am very happy with how they turned out. I think they look really good, and I'm especially happy with how these arrow things turned out. To be honest with you, I was a little bit uncertain as to whether or not these arrows would look good, but when you're flying above them, they are very distinct and easy to recognize, so I'm very happy about that. And as you can see here, this offshoot has the cyan carpets instead of the purple carpets. And this will take us to our end portal here, so that's what's through that nether portal. And then the other main part of this nether roof area that I wanted to get mapped out is over here. And for this ghast farm offshoot here, I used white wool because ghasts are white. But as you can see here, I did run out of some materials, so I do need to get a little more amethyst to finish this. I believe this block is the center of the farm where that pillar up there would come down, so I do want it to come over here and then kind of have like a circular thing going on here so that you can tell, okay, the ghast farm is right up there. But I'll finish all of that off camera. I don't need to do it right now. It's not a big deal. It's just a little bit left that I have to do. But that is going to be it today for these nether pathways. I am very happy with how both of them turned out today. I think they both look really good. Hopefully you guys agree with that. But unfortunately, that is going to be it for this episode, as I am running out of time and I've already spent way too much time working on this episode. So if you did enjoy it, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.